in an era now where everybody's quick to call you a glazer, to just say you're worshiping somebody essentially if you give them any type of credit or any type of compliment, or if you defend them in any way, shape, or form. And I mean, I can see how that can be valid in a lot of cases because we do tend to worship celebrities way too much. We do give them way too much credit and let them affect our lives way more than we need to. But the flip side to that is allowing people that you resonate with or that you respect, allowing them to influence you in a positive way, not putting them on a pedestal or anything like that. But if they have certain philosophies, if they do certain things a different way, you can take that information that you can see is necessary for you and begin to apply it to your own style of living, your own way of life, without getting too, you don't even have to get attached to the person. You don't have to care about their lives. But if they say stuff that resonates with you, take it and then go from there. See, a lot of folks, even with like an Andrew Tate, when he was at his peak, a lot of folks would get mad at you, or even get mad at me in some cases, if I shared a clip of him talking on social media. A lot of people would be offended if they heard me listening to him in my car or something like that. And that's like, so what? All right, who is anybody to sit here and tell you what you're allowed to take value from and implement certain information to better yourself in your own circumstances, in your own mental state, in your own life? So take things with a grain of salt and just apply what you feel is necessary. And if they do something that you disagree with, that's just something you disagree with. These are whole human beings with their own scenarios, their own paradigms, their own lives. So anyway, I want to get things clear and straight before I begin to start getting any type of followers. Right now, I think my most popping video is about 89 views. But that guy, I can't think of his name right now. His video is going to be in the title. Martellus, I can't think of it right now, but you'll know who I'm talking about, obviously. I have taken influence, obviously. I'm here talking with my shirt off about life. But this is something I would have done regardless. This is something I might even have an older video from like 2017 of me talking with my shirt off. So this is just me. His style just happens to resonate with who I already am. But one thing that I have to get better at, what I've needed to get better at for years and years now, and now that I'm in my mid 30s, I just turned 35 the other day. One thing I appreciate about him and respect him about him, and something that I need to add to my own life, is my speaking skills. The reason why people like him have gotten so popular so fast is based on their ways of being able to speak and communicate. And that is something that I am working on within myself. And he has inspired me. Now, I don't know that man from anything, but his videos I see have been very valuable in my own inspiration within my own life. And I feel like it's okay to to be inspired by other men and take information and utilize it for your own life, for your own way of being. You don't have to be a cult follower, because that's another thing. People really attach to these folks. It's not about that. It's about taking what's useful and going about your life. But even doing these videos, repetition, things like that is helping me become a better speaker. And it is my mission. I aspire to become the best speaker that I can possibly be. I've always been an introverted individual. I grew up extremely shy, borderline, probably had social anxiety disorder. And if I'm going to be objective about my own life, that's the one thing that has held me back for 35 years is talking, speaking to people, communicating, socializing, getting better with stuff like that. And as a grown ass man now, there's really no excuses. So I'm going at this full throttle and I'm going to do my best to continue to get better in that aspect. All of us as human beings have stuff that we can improve on. I've been in shape my whole life. I was a Division I football player. I'm a 90s kid. I always played outside. I've always been lean. So being in shape is something that has come natural to me. But just because that's one thing I happen to be good at does not mean that I should ignore other stuff that's obvious on what I need to do in order to improve and evolve. The reason why I'm not making a whole lot of money right now is solely because of my speaking skills. And that is, especially as somebody like me who's a personal trainer, the reason why finances and clients have gone up and down over the 9 years of me training, as opposed to, nothing is linear, but, trending upwards, is because this is the one thing that I need to improve on in order to succeed. And we all have something that we know within ourselves. We know damn well within ourselves we need to improve on. And that's another thing about his videos that I really mess with, is that he doesn't just focus on being jacked. He focuses on elevating your life in all dynamics to essentially become a 99 overall rating, to become the greatest version of ourselves in all aspects. And that's something I respect, and that's something I'm taking in and applying to my own life. So understand that we are all doing our best to improve our lives the best way that we can. And we shouldn't compare ourselves to others either. Because just because one person is more talented in one dynamic or one area doesn't mean they have life figured out. Because even if you do have life figured out, you're going to figure out what it is you need to improve on. Because I would say my life is good. Like every dynamic is pretty much there, but this is the final boss. And this final boss just happens to directly coincide with finances, money, sales, things of that nature, in order to navigate this material realm. At the end of the day, you can have everything figured out within yourself as a man, but you have to also know how to navigate materially. And money is a huge thing. But it's not just the money itself, it's the value. It's the way that you're able to present value for others in order to have that transactional exchange. And that's just the reality of this life. So that's where I'm at personally. I respect folks like him. He's a huge inspiration. Other people are inspirations. But it comes down to being real with ourselves on a day-to-day basis and putting in the work necessary in order to improve our individual subjective lives. Whatever you value may not be the exact same thing I value, but we all know what it is within ourselves that we need in order to garner and have that fulfillment within ourselves. Certain stuff is just going to be necessary. And I'm starting my mission. Maybe you're starting your mission on getting physically in shape. Maybe you're starting your mission in the same dynamic as I am. It's getting better socially. But we all have to start from the bottom. We all have to start somewhere and just gradually improve the best we can on a day by day basis. And that is how we succeed. Gradual consistency over time is what's going to create huge results. Whether you're in the gym trying to get in better shape, whether you're trying to build a business, whether you're trying to grow financially, whether you're trying to improve yourself socially, that's all what we're here to do. And it just comes with the territory of life. So if you've watched this video, I appreciate you. Feel free to comment below. I think we should all do our best to support each other and inspire each other the best way we can. And that's how we evolve as a people. But I'll leave it at that. My information will be below. And feel free to subscribe if you want to. I am a personal trainer. I am a coach. So information will be down below. I look forward to making more videos and improving my speaking skills. And I look forward to being able to help others improve in areas in their lives that they may feel like they need to improve on. First of all, getting physically jacked, getting in shape, 6-pack, all that. But anyway, yeah, I'll see y'all again. Peace.